Good morning, everybody. It's Kansas Misfit here, and it's garden time. And I'm going to open up my greenhouse and let you see how things are going in here. I planted the fall crops in here, so they're ready to grow when I'm ready to plant them. I want you to see what's going on in here. Things are starting to grow. I have okra in here, but it isn't. Well, there's one coming up right there. Can you see it? Nope, there we go. Okra is right there. I don't remember what I planted in here, but beets. I see them, they're starting to come up. All these are beets in this section here. There's a Brussels sprout right there. And I believe these are cabbages. I can't remember. And then I have to wait for these to grow. I can't remember what I planted, but there's some more sprouts down there. Then I have over here more beets. Well, hopefully I have enough beets to can. We got my okras growing really nicely over here. This here's a weed. And this here's a weed. And I got some things planted down here. I can't remember what I planted. I think that's kohlrabi. I need to thin this out one per it's a weed. One per pot. But I think that's cauliflower. And then I have some up in here. I have one side is the I can't remember what I planted. And this in here, on these two here is cauliflower, the rest of them's broccoli. But I gotta thin those out as well. But this up here is the spicy this side over here is the spicy multigrain. And this side is this not spicy. What am I calling those? They're sprouts. Some kind of sprout. I can't remember. Boy, I'm really organized today, aren't I? Close this up. This is my first time using the greenhouse. It's actually working for me. There we go. I'm going to turn you around here so you can see where we're going. Let's come over here and check out the sweet potatoes. The chickens were in the sweet potato bin today, which really upset me. Every time I come out, they think it's time to eat or something. I don't know. Either they just love me. So, let's come over here, check out the sweet potato bin. We're going to be working on this because chickens keep getting in it. And I want sweet potatoes. I don't want it destroyed because the chickens are in here pecking at it. Anyway, that's the sweet potatoes and how well they look right now. And the next time you see it, it's going to look different because we're going to fix it to keep the chickens out. Now let's come over here and look at the 3 sisters I planted. Look at the pretty bird. Pretty bird. Aren't they pretty? Yeah. Come over here and look at the 3 sisters. Hung laundry out to dry. See how the 3 sisters turn out over here. I think it looks awesome. Aren't they looking good? That's my beans and corn and muskmelon. We'll see how that turns out, but that's what it looks like right now. I am so happy. And in this section here where the rooster is at, I have yellow squash and zucchini squash planted. You need to get out of the garden, sweet bird. All of you. You got places to go. Don't be eating my plants. Well, that's what that looks like. And now let's come over here to the watermelon patch. Remember, I have a watermelon contest with you guys going on right now. And the rooster said so. And you need to get your guesses in, because August 15th is the last day. I've already put my guess in. Since I don't know the answer, I have to wait and see as myself. The contest was, guess how many watermelons I'm going to grow out of my watermelon patch. And it's almost 300 plants. And you have to put your guess in on that video where I posted about guessing the watermelons. So look for it, find it. If I can get the post up, I'll post it in here for you. But here's the watermelon patch here. We've been working on getting the weeds out, and then we'll go from there. Here's what the watermelons look like as we go. Hopefully we still have watermelons. Over here, I've been working really hard on the cantaloupe. I'm almost done getting the weeds out of them. They're over here. I've been working on getting them today. They're starting to grow. I still have a couple more that I need to get done. There's one here. Maybe we can see a cantaloupe in here, you think? See that fuzzy thing right there? It's a cantaloupe starting. So we'll get some cantaloupe one of these days. Let's go check out the pumpkins. There's the cantaloupes. Well, here's my daughter's garden. And her husband's. They got peppers and all kinds of things growing in here. I'm gonna go around them and come around to the pumpkins. So you can see the pumpkins. I got the weeds out of them yesterday. That's what they look like. Coming around pretty good, huh? And I've always told you, my channel's gonna be the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Well, you've seen some good, and some of the bad. There's weeds in here. And now let's go see the ugly part. The ugly part is the regular garden where the weeds are taller than me. But I'm working on getting them out, just like the watermelon patch. And the rest of the garden. So let's see how this is going. In here, I planted summer squash, spaghetti squash. And over here, I planted there's one. Another squash. Can't remember the name of it. I'm just good with this. Look at these cucumbers. I gotta get the weeds out around there. They're gonna grow up on that. I'm gonna get the Johnson grass out of that as well, but the cucumbers are growing wild. I planted them thick on purpose. So let's go through here. I still have 3 rows of potatoes that needs picked. Needs dug up. One here, and one here. We dug up the first row already. Brussels sprouts, which I doubt would get any. Look at these weeds. That's part of the ugly. I'll get all those out because I'm planting the fall garden in here and I need to get all that out. The green beans are done. I made 12 quarts. 13, but I lost 6 because I didn't seal. And on this here white thingy here, I have Chinese red noodle beans I planted. And they're growing. There's red noodle bean right here. 2 of them so far. And that's grown clear up to here now. So, they're growing. Gotta keep the weeds out of them. Tomatoes. Chickens keep coming in the garden and eating the tomatoes too. You saw that already. I got a tomato in here. Right here's the tomato plant. I need to get these weeds out so that can grow. But each one of these, I don't have any red tomatoes yet. They're all green. Got peppers. More peppers. So, tomatoes and peppers. Look at the cabbage. That in there's just probably ready to be picked. It's kind of small, but hey, it's not bad for me growing cabbage. Looks like the chickens got the tomatoes again. Here's another one. Makes me mad. But I found on the internet, I see chickens right now. See them? I just walked down in the spider web. You better get out of my garden. Take the cinnamon. And there's a few other spices. I'll do a video on it. But you mix them together and you sprinkle them around the perimeter of the garden. They don't like the smell of it, so they stay out of it. You can, if you put it thick enough, if they get it on their feet, it'll tingle and they don't like it. Since they don't like it, they will try to stay away from it because they don't want it on them. So that's what I'm gonna do to this area of the garden. And over here, got some collard greens. Here's an okra. No okra's on it yet though. And cucumbers. And you're back in the garden again, huh? Shoo! Shoo! Out, 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 out. Out of the garden, out of the garden. They don't listen very well. Okay, let's come over here where the other stuff I have planted. The chickens are getting on my nerves. I got jalapenos in this area. You'll see that next week this will be all cleared up with the weeds all cleared out because I'm working my coon dog ass off. Got weeds in here, but like here's some squash here. Yellow squash, yellow squash, yellow squash. And over here is zucchini. Got 3 each. Then I have the beans and the corn. I don't know if the corn's actually going to grow because it's 2019 corn. I don't even get the weeds out of the beans. Someplace in here I have acorn squash that I planted. I don't know if it's growing. So far I don't see it. And here's one here. But that's not acorn squash. This is where it's at, but there is no acorn squash, so we're not gonna have acorn squash this year, it looks like. But I gotta get all these weeds out. You'll see. They'll get out. This may be ugly now. Don't judge the book by its cover. Kansas Misfit is a hard worker. She'll get it done. Anyway, that's the garden. You saw the greenhouse with all the things in here. You saw the watermelon patch right here. And you can see where the cantaloupe and the pumpkin were. Tomatoes. My garden, my alarm, it went off. Got 2 roosters in here now. Eating tomatoes. I'm gonna get those spices and get this done as soon as I can. Anyway. Chickens are getting on my nerves. They think these tomatoes are for them, but they're not. I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, God loves you. And so do I. Have a wonderful day. Ta-ta.